Hi everyone, this is video 8.3, Defeater Beliefs. In Module 7, if you remember, I talked about how our move toward post-Christendom means the way we've understood and practiced some things in Christendom are going to have to change. Remember, one of those things was that lengthening of that emerging faith stage that requires a longer evangelistic journey with people. Another of the changes is the rise of what philosophers call defeater beliefs. Tim Keller has explored the role of defeater beliefs in the context of post-Christendom, most extensively in his book called The Reason for God. So I'd encourage you to read that book if you haven't yet. It's a really popular book, so you may have read it already. Keller argues that under Christendom, culture worked in favor of Christian belief, but now in post-Christendom, culture works against Christian belief through these defeater beliefs. Defeater beliefs are a set of what seem like common sense consensus beliefs that automatically make Christianity seem implausible. Here are some of the key defeater beliefs that Keller has identified in our culture. And as I go through them, I want you just to think about where you maybe have heard these before, or have you wrestled with some of these yourself. So here are a few of those defeater beliefs. There can't be just one true religion. How could a good God allow suffering? Christianity is like living in a straitjacket. But the church is responsible for so much injustice. Science has disproved Christianity. I'm sure that you have encountered some of these defeater beliefs before, and you will again, which is why learning how to address these beliefs will need to be an important part of your discipleship strategy with emerging faith individuals. Remember, the best way to address people's questions is not to give them the right answer, but to help them work through the question to come to the conclusion themselves. Keller gives a 3-step process that I think is pretty good for addressing these defeater beliefs and helping someone come to their own conclusion. It helps get to the center of the issue where assumptions can begin to unravel. First is that you offer an attractive Christian perspective that's so compelling it makes people think, man, it would be wonderful if that were true. There's a couple who's been slowly connecting with Missio over the past months. They've been searching for a community that would be willing to walk with them in the midst of his journey to overcome addiction, because they knew that he could not do it alone. Man, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could find that? Wouldn't it be nice if that were true? But they shared with us that they were not very hopeful to find that based on past experiences. And when he had a relapse, they waited anxiously for how we would react. And when we responded with love and care, they were shocked. The next step is then to state the defeater belief more clearly than they can. In our situation, I understand your shock. Your experience with church has led you to see Christians as people who are prejudiced, and they live in a black and white world where you're either in or you're out. And I shared with them, our life experience has led us to a different understanding. We believe God has more to offer our lives than that, in the midst of all of our brokenness, and that's what we are trying to figure out together as a church. And then finally, step 3, you have the opportunity to provide a longer explanation of the true Christian perspective. Now, as these friends are a part of our community, we get the chance to help them come to understand a different perspective of God and Christianity.